Hey guys, we're making my favorite chicken tortilla soup today. Gonna show you the ingredients in the crock pot, and I'm making a double recipe, so you only need one of all these things if you're just doing a small recipe.
Thanks for watching, guys. I've dropped the ingredients list here in case you want to screenshot this portion of the video. Have a great day.
I'm making my boy's favorite chicken tortilla soup. I have two probably medium-sized chicken breasts in there. I have dumped in 2 cans of Rotel. Now I'm doubling my recipe because they love it and we eat a lot of it. I'm gonna add a little chicken stock. Got 2 packages of ranch dressing, 2 containers of cream cheese. Now, again, this is a double recipe, so you just use one of these if you want to do just a normal recipe. 2 cans of corn. It's the most simple thing in the world, so I'm gonna add all the ingredients and show you what to do next. Okay, you don't wanna drain anything. You throw the corn in just like it is. So we've got a nice little medley of juice going down there, but everything is in the ranch packet, the corn, the Rotel. My chicken is on the bottom. And now I'm gonna add some chicken stock. I'm making a double recipe, so I'm gonna add a good bit of this container. Now I like for the chicken to stay on the bottom. It cooks well down there. So I'm just gonna move this around a tad so that everything starts to mesh together. And we're gonna cover it. You can do this on the stovetop and it's usually done within about a half hour. I like to throw it in the slow cooker and just let it cook for a few hours. So yeah, our chicken's still on the bottom. Our seasonings are kind of meshing together. Now we're gonna make our taco seasoning. Okay, if you're like me and you love Mexican food, you know that any good Mexican recipe has a lot of cumin in it. So we're gonna make our taco seasoning. I'm gonna start with a teaspoon of cumin, and I will add more. I kind of sprinkle it over as I go. So we'll do about a half teaspoon of chili powder, half teaspoon of garlic powder, and a half teaspoon of onion powder. Always want more cumin. And we're just mixing that around good. Gonna add that right to the crock pot. Okay, we are doubling our recipe, so we're gonna do that one more time. Teaspoon of cumin, half teaspoon of chili powder, garlic powder, and onion powder. And again, just gonna sprinkle it right on the top, give it a little stir on the top. I want that chicken to stay on the bottom. Okay guys, I've added in the rest of our seasonings and chicken stock, and we are gonna set this on high and let it cook for about an hour and a half, and then we're gonna check it. Okay guys, it's been a whole 90 minutes. This should be good and going. Oh yeah. Looks amazing. Smells even better. There we go. That's what our chicken's looking like. I'm gonna let it go 30 more minutes and then I'll shred that chicken in there. Just gonna give everything a really good stir. Sorry about moving the phone. Trying to do too many things at one time. And there's the dishwasher in the background. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna set the timer for 30 more minutes, and then we're gonna shred the chicken and add in our cream cheese. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and add in the cream cheese now. Okay guys, I've sliced up my cream cheese and just put that in the top. I'm gonna leave this on high for this next 30 minutes because I want this cream cheese to melt. So we're just going to let that do its thing on high for another half hour. Okay guys, so we're almost there. We've added another 30 minutes onto our time, which is 2 hours total. I'm getting ready to shred the chicken with these 2 forks. I like to shred mine pretty fine. So when that timer goes off, I'm gonna do that and stir, and then I'll show you what we're looking like. Okay, we've shredded our chicken. Our cheese is pretty much broken up. So now we're gonna put the top back on, 30 more minutes for all this cheese to melt. Then we're just gonna turn it down and let it mesh. Okay, so we've cooked this for a total of 2.5 hours on high. Now my slow cooker cooks hot. So it is, oh yeah, that's perfect. So we're gonna turn this down on low. We're getting a little, there we go. Get all this. So this just kind of needs to congeal now. This cheese will continue to melt. It'll get a little creamier. If you want to add any remaining spices, this is a great time to do that. I'm going to turn it down on low, and I'm just going to let it stay on low until we're ready to eat. And while we do that, we'll make some homemade chips for our soup. Okay guys, so my boys love these corn tortillas. So I just get these small ones and then take my pizza cutter and I just make little strips out of these. Just like so. And even though I normally cook with like olive oil, I'll do canola oil for these. And I'll just give them like 2 more cuts all the way across, and it makes perfect size little chips, corn chips. You can of course also do Tostitos or scoops or whatever you want to do, but I like to do these homemade when I have time. So let's get these on the stove. All right guys, I'm just gonna test the waters here. Perfect. Just got that on some medium high heat. Okay, perfect. All right, just dropping these in. Gonna fry those up for a few minutes. Okay guys, so this is what we're looking for. Just crispy. Don't scrape the bottom of your pan, but just kind of like that. Crispy enough, and then you want to make sure they drain well. Okay, here's part of the trick. You only need to cook a layer. Don't throw too many in there. They cook very quickly, but you just want to get 1 layer down so they don't stick. And these guys, I'm just drying these out some, getting some of the grease off, and we'll transfer those to another plate. Okay guys, so here is our bowl of chips. There's a lot. You can just keep patting them, more grease will come out. But this is what we do when we just want to have really hearty, homemade, even chips, homemade, yummy. They're very crispy. Okay guys, we are ready to layer up our bowl. Now this will be even better tomorrow after it's had time to just sit and congeal. So here we go. We want to make sure we got plenty of chicken, corn, the rotel part of it. Shh. Look at that, so yummy. Chicken is all shredded. Gonna let a little of that juice out and get some of the thicker now. Right, I like to layer my cheese right on top of this, just a little bit. It already has some cream cheese in there, but just a tad, and then that melts in. You can add sour cream if you want. Again, it already has some cream cheese in there, so it's just grabbing out some of the chips. I'm gonna throw those right on the top. And then I'll finish this off with a dash of hot sauce. And I think that's good to go. Bon appetit. Chicken tortilla soup.